this evening for your viewing pleasure, or your reviewing pleasure of whiskey, or if you're thinking about buying it. Tonight I'm using a Big A Auto Parts Barlow. Who would have made this? I think it's Imperial. It's either Imperial or Colonial. Colonial. Anyway, we have Revelton. This is a product of Iowa. It is a single barrel whiskey. And being a single barrel, though, it is not a cask proof or cask strength. It is not a high proof one, actually. We are looking at, it's got all the, I guess I better show you the front. But it lists the barrel number and all the other things with it. Batch B1, single barrel bourbon whiskey. It is 46% alcohol by volume over here on the side. So for a single barrel, usually you expect them to be a higher proof, but in this case they're not. Distilled and bottled by Revelton Distilling Company, 1400 West Clay Street, Osceola, Iowa. Product of Iowa, aged a minimum of 3 years. And here we have another one of the smaller, I think, distilleries. I really don't know nothing about this one, but I'm sure it's going to be a smoother, a smaller, more craft style. At least they're not buying from MGP and rebottling. I don't think, anyway. No, MGP's Indiana. I'm so out of it. As I get older, I think my brain loses something. It is bottle number 98 out of 282. B210617-4 is the barrel. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there. It's already on there, might as well do it. So we know we're dealing with a single barrel 3-year-old from Iowa. That's all we really know about, but distilled from the best corn in the world, our premium bourbons, handcrafted in small batches, grain to glass, and farm to flask. Revelton celebrates its finest locally sourced ingredients, magnificently crafted from our family to yours. May you revel in the good times and the great spirits. I like the aesthetics of it. It's got our liberties we prize, our rights we maintain. I mean, I like the labeling, I like the style, I like the bottle. The aesthetics on this one are just fine. I mean, you got all the information labeled you need in it. I like the bottle shape. It's a little different, but I like it. I'm going to give the aesthetics I really like them on this one. I'm going to give them a 9. I just think I like it. I know that I do like to add the color. It is a little lighter in color. It's not a dark colored bourbon. So that's the 3 years aging. And the legs run a little quicker. So, oh wow. You get the corn right off the bat. That corn fades into a dark caramel. Whiff of cinnamon. Whiff of rye. Actually, the nose on this one is pretty good. Oh man, it's like a little oregano. That's a weird note to get, boys. Little herbal note to it. The oak is there, but it's just subtle. Oh yeah. Touch of clove. Ever so slight amount of clove in this. It's interesting. This is an interesting. I've never, first pour, this is the neck pour, this is the whole 9 yards. But it's nice. Cheers, everybody. I really like the nose. The nose I'm giving a 17. A little warmer than I expected for 46%. We're gonna have to taste this one more time, because the balance of spice, herb, and sweetness is fairly consistent. I just took the smallest of drops that time. I just wanted to reinforce what's already there. Okay. Like the last bourbon, this is not cinnamon forward. This is brown sugar molasses. The oak comes in at the very end and into the finish. There is. There's a nice clove, a hint of oregano, nutmeg, baking spices like you get, but no cinnamon. This is nutmeg forward, just like the last one, last week. But the caramel in this, or the caramel, or I don't really want to call it caramel. It comes across less caramel, more molasses. It has a slight bitter note in it, but the bitter note is not detracting from it. And that corn note, that's a good, solid, underlaying flavor throughout the entire experience. Sometimes you lose the corn, sometimes it's there, sometimes it's overriding that corn sweetness sometimes. In this case, it's just underlying everything. And it's letting the spice and the herb set on top of it. I'm telling you, this is interesting. I'm not gonna say, it's just more interesting than, I wouldn't say this is for everybody. I would say this is more for your adventurous bourbon drinkers. Because there's things here that's different from other ones, but they're not that different. It actually makes you think about your palate a little bit more with this one. Because there's a lot of ways I can go with this. Finished all right. We got to give it some scores here. Flavor, I like the flavor, 16. Mouthfeel, it is. Got a decent mouthfeel. I'm going to give that a 15. Finish on it, even though it's not a super long finish, telling you, there's clove in this. Flavor-wise. Even it sort of numbs your mouth a little like clove will do sometimes. I know that we're on finish, but damn. Comes across in this one. It hangs around, it's long enough, it's a good medium finish. And it's an interesting finish. I like it. It's interesting. It's dramatic. Because there's a lot of things subtly going on there. If you'll take time and just let it do its thing. Even for medium finish. Finish, I want to give a 16. I kind of like the finish on it. Value-wise, this is another one of them $40 bottles. For a single barrel, $40 bottle. For a craft distillery, again, 46%, which I really like. That's a good, that's the minimum of what I like before we start. 45% frame going forward is where I like bourbons to really be in. Anything less than that are, you know, mixers. Or they're not really sippers per se. I don't know. I think the value, this is not going to be something for everybody. There's people that's going they're not going to like this. But I think for the more adventuresome bourbon drinkers, I think this is really interesting enough bottle to keep you occupied. And with that, for me, the value, it puts it up at a 7 still. I can't really go higher than a 7, but it's still interesting enough to be there. All right, I babbled on long enough about it. It's interesting. We're going to have to spend some more time on this. We may even do another review after I get it down to right in here and see where it's at then. That's going to be really, I think. These neck pours are interesting. I've not done them before, but sometimes it's interesting. It allows me to come back and see the change from the neck pour to what it's really going to become. Sometimes it doesn't matter, sometimes it does. So, 9 plus 17 plus 16 plus 15 16 plus 7. This is and it comes in at an 80. So it's an 80 out of a 100. All right, guys. Well, remember, the split glass ain't running from you. Take your time, sip, and enjoy it. You'll be better for it, as we will. Everybody have a good evening.